Welcome to the top 10 most pulled comic books for April 24th, 2024. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love daily comic book content, if you love me helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy, guys, you came to the right place. Also, just letting you know that if you want to become a member of my YouTube channel and get early access to my videos, cool stickers, monthly badges to flex how long you've been a member of my channel for, guys, as low as 99 cents gets you access to all that stuff. So it's much appreciated. All right, guys, so this video is the pulled comic books are generated from leagueofcomicgeeks.com. This is not definitive sales. This is a list where people have created pull lists, and you can do this absolutely for free on League of Comic Geeks, and it gives you an idea of what comic books people are excited for. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started with this week's episode. So I always start it with 5 books on the outside looking in. So technically it's 15, but I like to call it, top 10. Anyway, here we go. The first one goes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is issue 150. This is a 64-page comic for $10, guys. This book has 3,161 pulls. Again, it's a milestone issue. The writer here is Sophie Campbell, and the art is done by many people on this comic. I'm not even going to begin to tell you. But if you have been following this comic book since the beginning, right, this is a landmark issue, and I don't know where it goes from here, but nevertheless, if you love turtles, you might want to pick this one up. Our next book on the outside looking in goes to Harley Quinn. This is issue 39. This is a 36-page comic for the price of $5. The pull on this one is 3,358. Written by Teenie Howard, and the art is done by Bustos. Is it Natasha? Natasha, I'm so sorry. When it comes to Harley Quinn, guys, I am not reading this book. I haven't read Harley Quinn since she became like the Deadpool of DC Universe. It's not for me. It's not my thing, but there are hardcore and loyal fans to the character. If you guys are enjoying Harley Quinn, let me know in the comments below. And if you dropped it, let me know when you decided to drop this book. Here's a book that should be in the top 10, and it's not, and this kind of falls in line with like Cobra Commander. This is Duke. This is issue 5, 28 pages for the price of $4. This book has 3,474 pulls, written by Joshua Williamson. The art is done by Tom Riley. I think this is the conclusion to the series. It's a great book that connects to the Energon universe. I understand why not all comic fans would like Duke because they might not know the character of Duke, but the Energon universe has been an easy jumping on point for a lot of comic book fans out there, and this is a book I definitely recommend. This is way better than it falls on the list. So if you have not read this at all, when the trade comes out, I definitely say please read this book. I don't think you'll be disappointed, guys. World Tree, issue 9. This is a 32-page comic for the price of $4. The pull on this one is 3,480. Written by James Tynion IV, and Fernando Blanco does the artwork. Man, when this book came out, it was insane, and I'm not saying it's not insane now, but after I think what was it, issue 6, and it took that break, I fell off of it because I just forgot who the characters were, and the artwork is in that wheelhouse where it's just like they don't have very distinct faces. They kind of all look the same. It's kind of like the Nice House on the Lake, where I lost track of everything that was going on in the comic book. And that's why I personally fell off of it. If this is still good for you, let me know in the comments below. And I'm hoping you enjoy it. Our last book that's on the outside looking in goes to Rise of the Powers of 10. This is issue 4. 28 pages for the price of $5. This book does have 3,546 pulls. Nothing impressive, right? It's no different than the other outside looking in books. And there are some people out there that are still interested in figuring out how the whole Fall of X happens throughout the entire X line. For me, I'm not on that wagon. I've fallen off quite a while ago. This book is written by Kieran Gillen, and the art is done by R.B. Sylvia. I'm just looking forward to all this ending so we can start again when it comes to the X-Men. Here we go, top 10. Number 10, we have The Flash. This is issue 8, legacy numbering 808. 28 pages for the price of $4. This book has 4,148 pulls. Simon Spurrier is the writer. Raymond Perez does the artwork in this comic. So we have a different artist in here. Vasco Georgiev is another artist. So we have... what happened to the original artist? And I totally forgot his name. Deodato. What happened to him? No longer on the book? I wouldn't know. I haven't read this issue or this series since issue 1, since issue 2, I think the most. I just couldn't get into it. Has this book improved? Has it gotten better? Are there loyal Flash readers out there that will read Flash no matter what? Let me know in the comments below if you're still reading it. Number 9, this is surprising to me. Guys, are you really enjoying this? This is Gods issue 7, 28 pages for the price of $5. This book does have 4,190 pulls. The writer on this book is Jonathan Hickman, and the art is done by Valerie. Is it Shitty or is it Skitty? I'm not sure. I can never say his name right. But anyway, this is a book where I just thought this is one of Jonathan Hickman's books where it's just like way too much for me. Like, that's how his writing is sometimes. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, and this is one of those books. I couldn't get into it, so I passed. I dropped it a long time ago. But if you're enjoying it, that's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I want to know in the comments below, is it easy to understand for you, or has it gotten even more complicated? I want to know all that stuff. Getting that ace spot this week is The Avengers. This is issue 13. Legacy numbering 779, 28 pages for the price of $4. Guys, this book has 4,617 pulls, written by Jed McKay, and the art is done by Francisco Mortaranio. Oh, I'm so bad. This book improved because it does deal with the whole Fall of X, and Iron Man is working with the Avengers to take on the Orchis Sentinels, and I think Jed McKay is doing a really great job. There was kind of a trap that Orchis set for the Avengers to fall, and I like that, and I want to see the outcome of that. With this issue, these past couple of issues, this has been better than anything that Jed McKay has been writing with the Avengers. So we'll see how it continues. And also, what it does is it gives me hope for the for the X-Men title that he will be writing in the near future. Coming in at number 7, we got some loyal fans here. We got Daredevil. This is issue 8, legacy numbering 670. Holy shit, this is an 88-page comic book for $10. So it's a special oversized anniversary issue, guys. I did not see that coming whatsoever. So this book has 4,686 pages. So this is written by Saladin Ahmed, Ty Templeton. There's definitely some different artists on this book as well. So there you go. There's your milestone issue. Maybe it's got more pulls than usual on here. I dropped off of Daredevil, I think after issue 3 or issue 4. I wasn't like big on him being a priest and Daredevil at the same time. If you guys are enjoying it, again, I want to know in those comments below, what do you think about Daredevil? Coming in at number 6, we have Green Arrow. This is issue 11. This is 28 pages for the price of $4. This book has 4,887 pulls, written by Joshua Williamson. The art is done by Phil Hester. This book has been really good as we've gotten to see Ollie go on a mission to the confessional to find where the mask is. And he's come across Roy Harper, which hasn't seen in quite some time, right? And he got to see the entire Arrow family in the last issue. So now what happens with the Arrow family and everything that's going on with Amanda Waller, I don't know. We'll see. Solid read. Definitely looking forward to it. Joshua Williamson writes a lot of books right now, and he's doing a pretty damn good job, guys. So let me know if you're enjoying Green Arrow. Here we go. Top 5. We got Something is Killing the Children. This is issue 36. 32-page comic for the price of $4. This one's got 5,361 pulls. James Tynion writes this book also. He had one earlier, and then we have the art done by Werther Del Andrea. This book, I think, was delayed a week. I'm definitely looking forward to this comic book. I love Something is Killing the Children. I know this was a big spec series for a while, and a lot of people have dropped off of it, but if you've continued to read this book, it's still a solid story. You gotta love the character of Erica Slaughter. She's developing layers to herself by learning more about her past, and that's what this next story arc is going to offer here. Inching closer to number 1, we have Wolverine issue 48. It falls in the number 4 spot. This is 28 pages for the price of $5. This book has 6,022 pulls. This continues the Sabretooth War. This is part 8, Parental Advisory on this one, because there's been a lot of gore. It's written by Victor Lavelle and Benjamin Percy. It's got so many characters in there. It's got different characters, like different versions of Sabretooth, and it's got Wolverine, who's got depowered, and now he's going to have like this adamantium suit, and he's got to fight Sabretooth. It's just all over the place. It's got a bunch of exiles. It's got Laura in there. It's a great story overall. There's been some down issues, especially when it's featured the exiles, but overall it's been an entertaining read. I think it's like 10 parts. I could be wrong. Maybe there's more. I don't know, but it's been good, man. So let me know if you've enjoyed it or have you fallen off of it. So Batman has fallen off the list here. Detective Comics has been in the number 1 spot for a long time, and now it's fallen to the number 3 spot. Detective Comics issue 1084. Again, it was number 1. It's not number 2, it's number 3. So this one is 36 pages for the price of $5. This book has 8,934 pulls, guys. Written by Ram V. The art is done by Javier Fernandez. As many pulls as this book has, I don't really hear that many people talking about it. So I want to know if you've been enjoying this book or not. Is this the Detective Comics that is up your alley, or are you looking for something new at this point? I know Ram V for certain people is a hit or miss. He's definitely a hit or miss for me. He's had some great stories, but on the other hand, there's been stories that are just like complete lackluster or too drawn out. And maybe for some people, this book is starting to get drawn out. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Boy, have the mighty have fallen. We have the Amazing Spider-Man issue 48 coming in at that number 2 spot. Last time it was released, it was number 1. The legacy numbering here is 942, 28-page comic for the price of $5. This book, however, still has 9,006 pulls attached to it. Can you guess who gets that number 1 spot? We'll talk about it in a minute. This book is written by Zeb Wells. The artwork is done by Todd Nuck. In the last issue, we left with a cliffhanger with Chasm making his return with Hallows Eve and Queen Goblin. It looks like these three are going to face off against each other with an epic battle, we hope. This is leading and getting closer to the milestone issue 50 and then issue 53 where freaking Spider-Man, we think Peter becomes the Spider Goblin. I don't know how true that is. Maybe it could be a fake out. We'll see, but it's an Amazing Spider-Man. I read it each and every month, no matter what. So our number 1 most pulled comic book for April 24th, 2024 goes to Ultimate Spider-Man issue 4. You guys probably guessed it. 28 pages for the price of $5. This book has 10,882 pulls. This is an indication that Ultimate Spider-Man is outselling the Amazing Spider-Man. Even though this is not definitive sales, you can see the data here that the interest is there for people to read this comic book. This book is written by Jonathan Hickman, who tends to write way over a lot of people's heads and stories are too complicated, is writing a very down-to-earth Spider-Man story, right now at least anyway. And the art in this one is done by David Mancina, so it's not done by Giacchetto. So this is the issue where he takes a break, but who's to say that the story is not great, and who's to say that the art is not good, at least, right? So I cannot wait to see what happens in this particular comic. We're going to get to see Ben. We're going to see Green Goblin again. We're going to see Gwen Stacy in this issue. That's a big deal in here, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. This is a phenomenal book. This is like the first book I read no matter what when it comes out. So awesome read. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts when it comes out on Ultimate Spider-Man issue 4. So there you guys have it. There are the most pulled comic books for April 24th, 2024. Can you believe some of the rankings? You know, again, it's just most pulled. But again, if you want a free access to Comic Geeks, LeagueOfComicGeeks.com, guys, and create your own pull list, go ahead, and you can do it weekly, you can do it permanently, it's totally up to you, but it's a fun site. You get a lot of information from there. And of course, guys, if you love my content, I'll leave you more content. This is my After the Pull video, where I discuss all the comic books for the week. And as always, guys, support the local comic shops, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read your comics. Guys, thank you so much, and I will see you on New Comic Book Day.